This is a complete guide to troubleshoot Gmail not receiving emails. My name is Pete Moriarty and I've been helping business owners work with Gmail and Google business email problems for over 20 years. In today's video, I'll take you through a step-by-step guide on troubleshooting Gmail not working issues and help you get things back running nicely. If you've got Gmail problems, you're in the right place. Now I've got 5 steps for you to take you through how to actually manually troubleshoot to check and see what's going on with your Gmail account. But before we do any of that, the first place for you to go to is to actually see if there's an issue with Google itself. Go to the Google Workspace status page, and if you're on a Gmail consumer account, you can check as well as a business account and see whether or not Google is having problems. And if it's all green lights there, well, let's proceed into our actual troubleshooting steps. Step number 1 is we're going to check spam and trash folders. You want to make sure that emails aren't being mistakenly caught by a filter or a rule that you've set up in your Gmail, and maybe they're disappearing automatically, going to your trash, or automatically going to the archive. Now, you can check your all mail folder to see any emails that are in your archive. If you're getting emails into your email inbox, they will always be in the archive because that's basically the spot where Google captures all of your email. Now, the other place you can check is obviously spam. That's a pretty obvious one. If there's something in there that shouldn't be in there, you can click the not spam button and that will send Google the message that no, that's actually not a spam message. But if you want to check and see if there's been any rules set up accidentally or maybe on purpose by a bad actor, you can go to your settings and then look for the filters that are set up for your mailbox. Now, filters are the same thing as you might be used to rules in MacMail or Outlook terminology. They effectively grab an email and do something with it when it hits your inbox. So just double check you don't have any filters set up that might be filtering your mail in a way where your emails are not properly hitting your inbox. Remember, when you archive an email or set a filter to archive an email, it will skip the inbox on the way through and automatically go to the all mail folder without actually landing in a place that you can see it. So if you've got a filter and it's set to archive an email on the way in, if it's not also putting that email in a label, well, you might not be able to see it on your device until you go and specifically search for it. Now, the final check here is to go into your trash and just double check that something hasn't been accidentally deleted. Emails will stay there for 30 days if something has been, and you can of course recover them. If you'd like more tips on managing your inbox, you can check out this video on inbox productivity or our free course in the training section of our website. Number 2, we're going to check for email retrieval settings. So I want you to go back to your settings and click onto the forwarding and pop IMAP tab. Now here you're going to see whether or not you've got access enabled for third-party applications to download your email. If you've connected your Gmail to an Outlook or a MacMail account or another mail client, it may actually be downloading those emails and then having them disappear from your inbox once they have been downloaded. Now, this is a pretty common issue, or it was a common issue years ago with people who are connecting mail clients. These days, most people are using the Gmail app on the mobile, which will never cause an issue with this. But if you've got an old school email client connecting to your Gmail, that might be causing problems here. My recommendation is to switch this off and stick to using Gmail in the browser. Remember, you can enable offline mode to get access to your emails offline whenever you need to. And of course, use the Gmail app on your mobile device. If you're interested in learning about other advanced settings inside your Gmail, I'd recommend this video on optimizing your Gmail settings. Step 3, we're going to check for storage. I want you to see whether or not your account has maybe filled up with space, and that might be blocking emails from being received. Now, the easiest way to do this is to go into your Google Drive. You'll see your quota listed there in your drive. You can click that button and it's going to let you know exactly where your data is at right across your account, how many emails you've got, how many files you've got sitting in Drive. And if you're a business user, you can go to the admin panel and go to the storage tab, and it's going to let you know how many shared drives or other users within your business are consuming resources. Now, if you're a business user, you do need to be an admin to access the admin panel and see the statistics for everyone in the business, but you can at least see what your account is using and whether or not your individual account is consumed its full quota by going to your Google Drive. Now, if you find that this is the issue and you want to immediately free up some space to get back into your account and get those emails working, well, the easiest thing to do is to search for large files within your Google Drive, and that will allow you to delete or free up some space and get your emails flowing again. You can also go to your Gmail and delete files that have large attachments. Now, Google does do some compression here in the background, so for the most part, it's going to be pretty efficient with the space that it uses, but large attachments do bit by bit use up your mailbox. Now, my strong recommendation here is if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, don't bother trying to delete file by file in the medium to long term. As a short-term strategy, yep, to get your emails working, let's clean up your stuff. But if you've fully consumed your mailbox, that problem is not going to go away. My recommendation is to keep all of your business data and just upgrade to a higher plan with more storage. So either on your consumer personal account or in your business account. The best way to get more access to storage is either signing up for something like Google One on the consumer side, or on the business side, it's typically upgrading to the next plan size or just adding one more user. In the past, on a business account, you could purchase 10 gigabytes, 100 gigabytes, 500 gigabytes of storage and add it to your account. But those storage options have become prohibitively expensive, and the best route for most businesses, or the most cost-effective route, is now just to upgrade your plan or add a couple more users to your plan to give you a lot more space. Now, if you're someone who's set up Google Workspace yourself and you don't currently have a partner that you're working with, consider working with itGenius. We've helped thousands of businesses all over the world get more out of their investment in the Workspace ecosystem, and we are worldwide specialists in Google Workspace for small and medium businesses. If you're interested in getting in touch with our team for a free consultation, click the link down below this video. Step number 4, if you're still not receiving emails, let's look a little bit further into the technical side of things of what's happening. And we're going to do a domain check. Now, don't get too scared or click off the video. We're going to start talking about DNS. And this is the settings of your domain name for your email, for your website, and for everything that happens with your online world related to your business. So the easiest way to fix that is to go to itgenius.com/DNS, and that's going to redirect you to a DNS checking tool where you can enter your domain name and do a check with your MX records. That's the best place to start, and you want to make sure that they are pointing to Google. Now, the tool that we recommend will let you know with a green tick, and we'll let you know if you're actually on Google Mail. If it's not, then you may have changed something, or your web host or someone else with access may have changed something, and that will need to be fixed straight away. If your DNS records are not correctly configured, your customers or partners or vendors might be receiving bounce backs to your email address, and it's something that you want to fix immediately. Now, if this is you, you can click the link down below and chat to one of our team members, and they can check your domain name settings for you and resolve them if you need help. Otherwise, if you want to have a go yourself, we've got multiple guides on the channel on how to check and fix your DNS settings to get them working again. We've got an extended guide not only fixing your MX records, which are the most important ones for mail flow, but also all of the recommended anti-spam measures like SPF, DKIM, and DMARC settings. Now, if all that was gobbledygook, just get in touch with one of our team for some help or watch one of our other training videos. But once you've got your DNS working, well, there's one more place to check if your emails are still not flowing to your account. As I mentioned, we help businesses all over the world with their Workspace accounts, and for the most part, it works perfectly. But let me tell you, after working with literally tens of thousands of employees across thousands of Google Workspace accounts, every now and again, something does go wrong in Google's back end. And what we need to do to resolve that is typically to get in touch with Google support. Now, Google have support options. itGenius also have premium support options available as well. But you want to get in touch with them and let them know, hey, my Gmail isn't working. I can't receive emails. Here's all the steps I've already tried, including checking DNS, because that's the first thing that they're going to check. And ask them, hey, do you mind having a look into my account? Now, sometimes there is a suspension or a restriction placed on an account because Google thinks you're spamming, or Google thinks that content you've uploaded to Drive is inappropriate, and that can stop the mail flow of your account if it's in a suspended state. Sometimes a user account might be suspended, and Google may even be throttling the amount of emails going in or out of accounts because something's been compromised, or someone's trying to hack into the account, or maybe someone is already in the account and is sending email on your behalf without you knowing. Well, all of these issues can be resolved with a quick call to Google support or a chat to their live chat if that's available in your region. Google support is available to everyone on a paid Google Workspace account. If you're on Gmail, there are also support options on the Google support website. If you're still having problems with your business email address, click the link below this video for our team to give you some help.